Welcome to another episode of Savagetimetv. I'm your host, AB Brisley. Today I got special guest Sabri Thompson, also known as Breeze, with me today. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Appreciate you having me on the show.
No problem, no problem. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's only funny. It's only funny because I just felt like that shit's funny. I'm fried, y'all. My bad. But yeah, brother. Thank you for the opportunity coming on to the podcast. This is great. Let's get into it. How was Mexico, bro? I saw you was out there.
Man, it was great, man. I needed that break. Enjoyed my birthday. I was out there with my girl, man. So we had a good time.
That's good. Definitely. That's good. I've like I was telling you before, I've heard some things about Mexico. I haven't been out there myself, but I saw you out there. I was like, Sabri, if you say it's good, I can trust it. You're an opinion that I can trust. So you saying that it was cool, I might definitely have to get on down there. And where were you at in Mexico?
I was in Cancun. We also went to Tulum, like, for some excursions. And then we went into Cancun City as well. So.
Okay, so Tulum is kind of where you can, like, do the ATV and all the other
we did the ATV, we did horseback riding, zip lining, that. Jumped into some caves.
Okay. And for the people that don't know, could you tell them where you're from?
Originally from Philly, but I've been living in Delaware most of my life. Went to Sanford for high school. Grew up in
you went to Sanford?
Oh, yeah.
You're a winner.
I used to hoop.
You're a winner.
I used to hoop. Yeah, I grew up like in the 40 area, like Route 40 in Newark. Okay. Yeah.
All right. And can you tell the people what is it that you do for the people that don't know?
I do a few things as people see who follow me on social media. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm in a fitness lane. I'm a fitness enthusiast. I don't like fit in one lane. I try different things out. I go by Body by Breeze. Got a YouTube channel where I post weekly workouts on there to help people maintain a healthy lifestyle. I'm just trying to impact people the way I can, and then also with the real estate side, help people reach their real estate goals. Okay.
But coronavirus, has been crazy for the last year. Can you talk about how that impacted you personally, professionally?
Oh yeah, man. It was tough. It was an adjustment period, but it also was like a wake up call. Feel me? I was already going hard, but like I think Corona just like made me go harder. I was seeing people losing jobs, and it was like I don't want to fall into that. Real estate kind of. It slowed down for a little bit, but then it picked back up because interest rates went down a lot. So, people were qualifying for homes more, and they could qualify for more of a home, higher purchase price. So my buyers went crazy in 2020. I had my best year so far in real estate in 2020.
Oh, congratulations for that, bro.
Appreciate it. So it was a blessing in disguise.
It's a lot of people that I've been interviewing it's really I don't know. It just seems like a lot of young people. It's like coronavirus. It was coronavirus. It was corona, yeah. But if you was out here kind of doing something that you had on the side or something, it kind of like everything got that pop.
Yeah. Facts.
Like even with real estate, it was kind of everybody was like, well, real estate's about to go down, but now it's like the hottest thing. Like it's the best time to buy a home in a while. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. And in Delaware, it's like a seller's market, so it's like it's not that much inventory, so the competition was crazy. Feel me? Like it's so many buyers, but not enough homes. So if you had a listing, you getting that thing sold right away.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? Delaware is really hot right now.
Oh yeah, because the inventory is not that good. They're building a lot, but other than that,
they building everywhere.
They building everywhere.
Everywhere. They can't build fast enough.
Right.
Let's get into it. Why fitness?
Man, so I graduated college 2017, and I was as I mentioned, I used to play basketball, and I tried to play pro and everything like that. A lot of ups and downs, but it didn't really work out for me. So. Man, I went into like a deep depression. I gained like all this weight. I was working a desk job at the time and just was depressed. I was like, dang, like all my life was basketball. And what's next?
It's different. That switch is difficult.
Man, the transition's crazy. It's already hard enough to transitioning from college to adulthood, but me just transitioning my whole lifestyle. Like basketball was everything.
Basketball. I mean, you know how it is growing up. Basketball is it's a lifestyle, even if you don't play. Like I played, but I wasn't as good as someone as you. So I can only imagine for someone like you went to Sanford to be, and then we didn't have social media like that. Like so, it was really like I can imagine what you mean. Like it really is a lifestyle. Basketball for sure is one of those sports.
Crazy. And it was just I was looking for something to like fill that void and also get me out of that depression because I really was mentally I wasn't there, So I started on Herbalife. I'm not sure if you heard of that before.
Oh no, I've tried it. I couldn't keep. It works as long as you're doing it. As long as you're doing it,
it works a lot. Yeah, I helped a lot of people lose weight, and I helped myself lose weight, and I got in shape there. And then I began personal training as well. I helped my mom lose a lot of weight. I helped people around me, get healthier as well as myself. And then fitness just became that thing that made me happy. So like if I go a day without working out, I'm a little off. You feel me? That's my form of therapy. You feel me? So that's how I got into fitness. And then 2020, I got to thank Corona again because gyms closed down, and I saw people were looking like for things to do, like workouts and everything of that nature. I know what to do at home. You know, I got enough to get by. So I was like, why not help other people? So that made me start the YouTube channel with the at-home workouts. And then I just went from there. So
helping others is definitely, it's like the key for sure.
Yeah, why not, right?
What made you want to focus from yourself to helping others?
I just get a different fulfillment, like when I help somebody else. Like, yeah, I know I can help myself, but like, why not help somebody else? Even if it's only one person. I remember when I was in college, I used to go speak to kids, just being like an influencer in that community, at being a college athlete. We used to always go talk to the high schoolers, middle schoolers, and I would tell them about my story, how like I like fought through adversity. Like I wasn't always the best basketball player, you feel me? I was literally like the worst player on my first AAU team, and I used it as motivation over the years, and then up to my senior year, I was the Gatorade Player of the Year. You feel me? So I would share those like adversity stories. And I remember this one little girl, I'll never forget this moment. She came up to me crying, was like, thank you for sharing. And because she like wanted to be a singer and people was like bullying her and stuff like that. She told me, she was like, me coming there today made her not give up on her singing and everything like that. So like, just if I could, it was like a auditorium of like maybe 100 kids. And only one of them came up to me. So I feel like if I can influence one person in the world, then I'm making a difference.
Okay.
So now that's influence multiple people.
That's dope. Explain HIIT training for people that don't know. The HIIT training.
Yeah, HIIT training stands for high intensity interval training.
Okay.
It's really like you can come up with like 4 to 5 workouts, even 6, depending on what you want to do. Put the clock on. The way I work is like 45 seconds on, and you rest for 15 seconds in between that work and go to the next exercise. It's very effective, like for especially people who don't like to do cardio. That's another form of cardio.
Yeah. I hate to do it. I don't know anybody likes to run. I hate it.
Right. Like, so like that's a good thing for people who don't like to run. You know, you getting some really quick and effective work in a short period of time. It caters to people who have a busy schedule. So that's why I like to focus on HIIT training as well.
Okay. And with the videos that you make and the videos that you make at home for your customers and for your clients, what do you want your customers to take away from those workouts?
I really want them to just
other than, burning calories and stuff like that.
Yeah, just understanding that I'm a resource for them. You know, people may have their own trainers outside the gym. They may actually go to the gym every day, especially the world opening back up. But there may be a day where they couldn't make it to the gym. Like work was a little crazy, but all right, let me put on Body by Breeze real quick, get a quick 10-minute workout, quick little sweat in. I just want to be a resource and help people like be available, like, and just maintain a healthy lifestyle. Whether people want to like stay their whole fitness journey with me or just use me for convenience, like whatever I can do. Everybody has their own needs.
Okay. And who, if anybody, has influenced you, especially with your fitness, with your real estate? Just who influences you in your life?
Who influences me?
If anybody.
No, a lot of people influencing me. Like we both, we go to the same gym. Like Professor G, he influenced me a lot. Man, I see him working like. He's a crazy businessman. Like I
think that's something about that. I mean, we both know, but like that's something that people don't know, like, and that you don't really understand when you first start going there. But if you actually stay there and stay consistent, like when I first started going there, you don't really realize how much of a business man he really is.
Yeah, he got so many different ventures, and he never has like a problem with like giving me advice. Like he sees that I'm grinding as well. He always support as well. Like give me tips on how I can grow. Like he's really popular on TikTok, so he was helping me like try to grow mine. And just seeing him consistently posting, and especially he gonna give me that good work as well. I remember he was joking around with me one time. We was at the gym and I was gassed, and he was like Body by G, because like it's a Body by Breeze. So like I basically got body by him at the gym. Man, like people like that, and just other like influencers. I have a lot of friends that are in the fitness industry, even in the Delaware area. Like my boy Keith, who has Loyal Fitness. You got Vaughn, Stay Fit, Dre, who's over at Alpha doing this thing. It's so many people. My boy Ty and Deke out in Cali. Like I see these guys every day.
Shout out to Sadiq, man.
Yeah, Deke killing it.
So I've been trying to link back with him, bro. That shit. I like what he's doing out there in LA.
Yeah, man. So I see these guys every day, working, and that pushes me as well. I had to motivate myself first, but to see other people still grinding, that's another reminder. So
word. Yeah. Why become an entrepreneur?
Man, it's about the lifestyle you want. A lot of people, the entrepreneur life isn't for everybody, and there's nothing wrong with like working a 9-to-5 and everything like that, because like you got to work a 9-to-5 to like maybe fund those dreams. Like,
that's what the bulk population of most people work a 9-to-5. Yeah, we need those people.
You need it, yeah, definitely.
You need the 9-to-5s. Yeah.
It's just social media mess it up, bro. Like I had to take cleanse from it sometimes. I'm on there all the time, but I have to like make sure, all right, get on there and get off, because like if you're not mentally strong, bro, social media really mess your mind up. And it happened to me before. You know, you go in there, you're seeing people, for example, you may see somebody in Mexico like living their life, or you see them posting like, oh yeah, or coming at 9 to 5 people. You have influencers like that too. Like,
yeah, make it if you're not an entrepreneur,
then you're not winning. Like a lot of entrepreneurs are not rich. Like it's a lot of cap on there. Yeah, it's a lot of cap, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a constant grind. With a 9 to 5 job, you got security. You feel me? You go to work every day, you go and get that money. And I respect people like that because, like you said, we need those people. Like, you know, so man, it's just a lifestyle. Like I do want to work for myself in the long term, you know, but it's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 at all. I think definitely with social media, there's definitely like that thing where entrepreneurship's kind of like the hot thing now. Everybody's supposed to say they're an entrepreneur just to say they are, and then but it's like, nah, you
don't see what it's really like until you're on the other side.
Yeah. And everybody to appreciate entrepreneurship usually came from a 9 to 5. So it's like, usually most people that got into entrepreneurship is because they went through the grinds of a 9 to 5. You need people that's working a 9 to 5. So how do you feel about where the fitness business is and the direction it's going?
The fitness business, I feel like it's growing. Definitely wanted to grow more. But that just comes from my consistency. People seeing it. You know, I post every day on social media, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. Just staying consistent with that, I feel like people will, you know, see, like, because I get messages every day. People are like, yo, bro, you really grinding. They want to get with me. They want to subscribe to the YouTube and everything like that. So, man, a subscriber a day, man, I know in the long term, it may not be where I want it right now, but in the long term, if I stay consistent, it's going to get to where it wants to be. Yeah. And I want to influence a lot of people. So not even just here in Delaware, like I want to have people all over in other countries, you know. So I actually have some subscribers like in Australia who comment on like every video.
That's dope.
That's what keeps me going. Things like that. Like I am reaching people. It may not be the number that I want right now, but I don't have a specific number. It's like wherever it gets to and whatever my purpose is, I just want to reach it. Yeah, my potential.
And how do you keep your fitness training knowledge up to date? Because I know it's just like, you know, fitness is one of those things where it's like hard to figure out like who to follow, because it's like, all right, well, if I lift this way, it gets me stronger here. But it's like it's like bland, but not. It's like a lot of gray areas. So how do you keep your fitness knowledge?
Really, just looking at all different types of people. Like the people I just mentioned, they all have different like body types and physiques, and they do different type of training. Like some of the guys I mentioned do bodybuilding. Some of the guys I mentioned do HIIT training. Some of the guys I mentioned, you know, do like CrossFit or boxing, things of that nature. I try to just look at all those different things, and I study other people, like my peers. You know, I learn from my peers. I learn from YouTube University. Corey, my boy Corey, he always calls it YouTube University.
You can learn, but now you can learn anything on YouTube. You can learn
anything on there.
Anything.
Feel me? I try to learn about the nutrition side of things too. So like what I'm actually eating, like what type of foods are going to benefit my body type, and understanding that everybody's body is different. So when I get questions from people, they be like, oh yeah, so what do I got to do for this? I'm like, well, it really depends on what your goal is. Like, how do you want your body to look, you know? So just studying that, and just, I'm not a like a certified personal trainer or anything like that. I just call myself a fitness enthusiast because I just like, I'm doing my own research and learning along the way.
Okay.
Yeah, trial and error.
Okay. And as a black male entrepreneur, do you feel there's more pressure on you to succeed sometimes?
Yeah, I do feel like a lot of pressure sometimes is on me, especially because I've always been that guy on my team or in my family that people looked up to. So like, and I get messages every day like, hey bro, I really look up to you. So like, sometimes I do have that pressure. It's not a bad thing, but sometimes like I can get overwhelmed as well. But it's like, all right, if I stop, there's other people that's counting on me. You feel me? And like there may be times where I don't post like for a week or something. And
people be like, what happened?
Yeah, like, yo, where your videos at? And I'm like, get back on it. You feel
My
me?
bad, Joe. My bad.
Yeah, so fighting is literally like a constant battle between myself. Like my slogan I put on the back of my t-shirts, I say you versus you, because literally like when you wake up, like the voice in my head is like,
it starts as soon as you wake up.
Bro, like it's so hard. Like it's like, all right, should I do these push-ups right now? I did it. I did something yesterday, but it's like, calling myself, well, you a pussy though. Like, you feel me? Like I really like my mind is like my biggest competitor, bro. Like it's really you versus you every day.
Yeah, as soon as you wake up, it starts going.
That's all it is. Yeah. So
okay, I got that. How did or does being a father affect your mindset?
Oh man, being a father, that changed my life. I had my son when I was 19. I was a college basketball player.
Oh yeah,
you feel me? Like full in the mix. Like I was a sophomore.
Oh,
you feel me? I'm trying to.
So you really was.
That's where my grind started, bro. That's where like people be like, yo, you do everything. I'm like, bro, I think I thank my son for that, because it's like when I was in school, bro, I ain't had no money. I couldn't work because I was a full-time like player. Feel me? So I'm like, all right, how can I make some extra bread to get some gas money to go see my son? You feel me? Or go pick my son up. So I started cutting hair. Feel me? I became like the campus barber. I was cutting my teammates' hair, and then word got out, people would come. You feel me? It was just enough money that I needed. Like, it wasn't like coming in crazy, but
it was enough to get what you do, what you got to do. You solved the problem.
Exactly. So I think that's where it really started, like the drive and knowing that, like, hey, I can't give up. I got like a little man looking up to me. You feel me? Like, I'm like his biggest fan. I mean, he's my biggest fan. You feel me? And my son is like super smart. So like, he sees my YouTube and stuff like that, and he motivates me in itself. You feel me? Without even saying anything. So having a child really changed my life at a young age. I had to grow up real quick. I was in a whole nother state away from my family. So yeah, man.
Oh, so this all happened in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Bro, like, yeah.
Oh, man.
And I was that guy that nobody expected. Like, they was like, what, Breeze? Like, they was thinking all my other friends, like, you feel me, was going, you know, you always got that friend, like, you gonna have a kid first.
Yeah.
I was the one that was last on the list, you feel me? And I was the first one out of all my peers, you feel me? My close friends.
Down there in Louisiana, man.
That's all we gotta say. The South definitely different.
Yeah. Congrats on your first home.
Oh, appreciate it.
How does that feel?
Man, it feels good, bro. Definitely being a real estate agent. It was motivating me. I was like helping people get there, and I learned about the process, and I was like, oh, I can do this. I'm gonna be here soon. You feel me? Buying my first house, I didn't even plan on buying a house until like a few years from now. Mm-hmm. But the time 2020, things just worked out. Real estate, it was my best year in real estate. And things were picking up, fitness and everything like that, and it just worked out that I can get my first property, and now I'm in the real estate game.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Definitely had to tell you congrats for that.
Appreciate it.
Why become a real estate agent?
It really was like to like make extra money at the time, but then when I got into it, like I had the satisfaction of helping people. Like, I think that's just like my calling, like just to
it sounds like a lot of things that you do always comes it involves other people, like groups of people.
Yeah, I like it. Like, I just like man, it's priceless. Like, yeah, like the commission and everything is really good in real estate, but on the closing day when you get in somebody their first home, like, because like my first year, like I work with predominantly first time home buyers. So you feel me? Like, my first client ever was like in her 50s, and that was her first home. You feel me? So she crying at the table, like when that happened, I was like, yeah, this what I'm supposed to be doing. You feel me? Like that. It was just like, dang.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy. Crying.
Yeah.
Now that you bring it, that is probably like closing days are probably the emotion.
Yeah, because this is the transaction. You feel me? Think you got the inspections, thinking that the deal about to go. Bro, every deal is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Now, real estate, like if you want to be an agent, like, come talk to me, because like you gotta be ready for it mentally. Like, every deal is different, and I become a better agent through those experiences, but working with people is not easy. You feel me? Like, you got to deal with different emotions. Like, the lady that was crying, like, she had cursed me out at one point during the transaction. Hey. Feel me? Because like they don't really understand it from my perspective sometimes. So sometimes it, like, from the outside looking in, it may look like, are you working for the other side? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
right,
you don't want me to get this house? Like, nah. Like, but at the end of the day, closing day, like, it's like, all right, we got there.
Getting that feedback gives you that good sense of completion.
Yeah.
Could you tell me some misconceptions that people have with purchasing a home that people don't know?
Misconceptions. A lot of people think that you have to have 20% down.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people think that. Nah, you don't really have to have 20%. If you do, then that's great. Because you don't have to worry about PMI, which is like premium mortgage insurance. That's an extra like fee, like in the long run, that's going to add to your mortgage and everything of that nature. But there are so many programs out there, especially for first-time home buyers, where you can put up to like 3.5 down, and you can get that actually paid for through you in Delaware, because I'm based out here, like the Delaware State Housing Authority. If you qualify, they'll like pay that 3.5 for you, where basically it'll help your closing costs go down. And closing costs are like all the things on the back end, like those legal fees, your appraisal, transfer to deed and the title and all of that things that people don't really know about. That's the stuff that really adds up. So getting that 3.5 paid for you definitely helps if you don't have a lot of upfront costs, which a lot of people don't have, like 10 to 20,000 just saved up.
Sitting there.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's definitely. And then there's other things like settlement help, where basically the seller can like give you a concession to help you close. So they'll take away from their net proceeds to basically help you close. In a competitive market, it's kind of hard to get settlement help because they have multiple offers, because it's not that many properties, but. And most, like a lot of my clients do get at least a little bit of settlement help. So
okay, that's good.
It's encouraging. So the misconception is you don't have to have like just so much money just saved
There's ways around it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are the benefits of real estate ownership that usually don't get talked about as much, or maybe people don't understand on the surface?
That's another thing. As we was talking about social media, like real estate was a thing. Everybody was trying to get into like flipping and wholesaling, trying to, everybody's trying.
Make
people
some
are
money.
selling stuff like, you can get rich in real estate. Da da da. A lot of people don't realize that it's not like a right now thing. Like real estate, it can be a long term thing. You feel me? Like for example, say someone bought their house like a few years ago for, let's say they bought it for $250, and now the property raised up to like $350, and then now with the way the market is now, the interest rates are down. There's so many buyers that can qualify for that $350. It may be a good time to sell that home. You feel me? But you bought it 5 years ago. A lot of people want to get into real estate and just like flip it right away, which is not a bad thing. Everybody has their different niche, and there's different hats that you can wear in the fitness industry. Wholesalers are killing it as well. But I think the ownership part of it is great. You feel me? Like rent is already high in itself. I know people that pay more in rent than I pay in a mortgage, and they don't have as much square footage as me. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
It is. Some people are definitely paying a lot in rent. For sure.
For the landlords, it's great, but they own that home, so that goes back to the ownership. Like there's power, and then also when you have equity in your home, and then the property value changes, that you may get more equity. You can take it out, do a home improvement, or take it out and do something, invest it in somewhere else. Like a lot of people, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot of benefits. Yeah,
it sounds like it for sure. What has been your biggest hurdle if you've had to overcome as an entrepreneur?
The biggest hurdle, I would say, fighting against my own like mentality, like the consistency, like, or when I have a down month or something like that, it's like, should I give up? Should I stop? Like that's the biggest thing. Just really fighting your own mentality every day. I think that's my biggest challenge, because there are gonna be times where like, dang, like you would think my numbers would be up, like my YouTube, like why I don't get any subscribers there? I got like 100 last month. Wow, I haven't got any this month. Like, all right, but instead of doing that, I look at myself like, all right, what can I do to be more innovative? Especially with the algorithms changing and social media, it's hard to like
algorithms, reach. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to reach as many people as you want. Like there may be only 20 people seeing your posts every day. But you got 4,000 or 5,000 followers. That's crazy.
That's wild how that works. Like that algorithm stuff for Instagram. Because like you were saying, you could have 10,000 followers and you'll post something and maybe only 300 people see it. It's like, how does that even work?
Yeah.
Like, how do they not see it? They follow me.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And not beating yourself up about not getting like feeling some type of way when you don't get support especially from people close to you. That's another thing, because like that could be a mental thing. Like dang, like you supposed to be my man's. Why you can't subscribe real quick? Like
you can't subscribe, share.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you just gotta take it for what it is, because your biggest supporters may not be coming from that way. Stay consistent.
Word. What are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? I would say my son, being a father, like having and me from where I come from, like my old neighborhood and everything like that. A lot of people, didn't make it. Of course, I moved to Delaware, which it definitely helped. Going to Sanford definitely helped. Having like a lot of my village was very strong and positive. You feel me? Because a lot of people in my family didn't make it to where I am as far as like my age, and then as far as like success. I'm not gonna say I'm like super successful, but
I know what you mean, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like being a positive.
Successful.
You're
successful,
like,
bro. Don't be modest. I definitely know what you mean. We are making new waves. Definitely. They haven't seen what we're doing right now, especially as black men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short, bro.
Right. Now you're right. A lot. Everybody always tell me that, like, you're too humble.
Yeah. I've been trying to tell everybody, bro. They like, our generation before that, they wasn't looking. You're younger than me. I'm 27, so it's like what we're doing right now at the ages we're doing it at and the way we doing it, that's inspirational. So like, don't not sell yourself short, bro. You definitely out here making waves. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. Definitely.
So, yeah. So, mental health. Let's shift to that.
Okay.
Can you give me your definition of mental health and how you keep your mental health on the up and up day to day?
That's a good question. I never thought about like what the actual definition. Like I understand what it is, but like putting it into words, like mental health, I would say I had to take a crack at what I think it is.
Yeah,
that's crazy. My girl gonna be mad at me because she's like a clinician and like, she's like a mental therapist and stuff like that. She's like, you're supposed to know that, but
yeah, that's what I said. What it means to you?
What it means to me?
Yeah, what mental health means to you?
I would say what it means to me is like waking up and being. When you wake up every day, you're like, you have a sense of like positivity about yourself. Like you don't wake up and just like be and don't want to live. Like if that makes sense in a sense. Like for me, like mental health, like when I wake up, like I'm excited that I'm alive. I'm excited that like where I am in my life, like I ain't gonna say content, but like I feel like I'm healthy enough like mentally to keep going. But there's been times where I wasn't, like where I woke up and I'm just like I'm just sitting there in the blur, you know.
Right.
It can mean a lot of things. I don't really know how to put into words, but I'll go into like how I keep myself like mentally sane. As I mentioned, working out, that definitely helps me because there are times when I don't feel productive. I'll beat myself up. But when I work out for the day, I'm like, okay,
I did something. Yeah, right. I did something today.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So I think it's just like being happy with who you are, you know, when you wake up every day. If I had to put it into words.
Okay. And what are your goals personally and professionally for the next 2 to 3 years?
For the next 2 to 3 years, personally, I want to, you know, continue like growing my family. I'm in a relationship. You know, I want to make sure that's healthy. You know, see where that goes. You know,
have some more kids.
Yeah, I definitely. I would want to have maybe one or two.
Okay, one or two. Okay,
you know, hopefully, you know,
dope,
when I get married, I'm gonna try to do it the right way the next time. You know? But definitely, I see that. Like, I've always been a family man, so I want to like have my own family in a traditional sense. I would say, personally, professionally, I just want to keep on grinding on the fitness tip. I see my YouTube channel taking off. I see the Body by Breeze brand taking off. The collaborations with Body by Breeze. I just really want to grow with that. And then real estate as well. I want to see myself being one of the top people in Delaware as far as real estate. Grab some more properties myself and just keep going. Just stay in the course.
Okay. Yeah. And if you could give a message to the youth about following their dreams, what would that be?
I would say about following dreams, never give up on them. A lot of people say, oh, don't have no plan B or anything like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but if you focus more on that plan A, then it's more likely to come true. Like if I always tell myself, if I could go back to when I was playing basketball, I would have did this and that. I would say just really dedicate to your craft, like whatever it be. Basketball, I mentioned that because that's what I'm familiar with. If basketball is your craft, you got to think about how many other people love basketball. How many people may be up while you're sleeping. Feel me? You got to really just eat, breathe, sleep like basketball or whatever your discipline is or whatever your focus is. Like really just don't stop and give it your all. And if you don't get successful, you don't make it to the place you want to be, don't beat yourself up about it. As long as you gave it your all, I would say. Don't wake up 5 years later saying, what if? That's what I would say to the youth.
Word. Okay. Definitely go all in with what you're doing.
Yeah, all in.
All in. Can you tell them where your new followers can find you at?
All right, so I have 2 different Instagrams. Body by Breeze. That's for all the fitness content and also like more lifestyle posts. And then you can follow also at Real Estate Breeze _ On the Body by Breeze page, I have a link tree where you can go to my YouTube and also my real estate website. Everything you can find is on there. Facebook, I'm Sabri Thompson, and YouTube, Body by Breeze.
All right, bro. Okay, well, thank you for the opportunity. This was a great interview, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for coming onto the platform, bro.
Definitely appreciate it. Keep doing your thing, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
This is your boy, AB Brisley, Savagetimetv, Sabri Thompson, Body by Breeze. We out.
Peace.